the WXF gym almost like a machine, just pumping out great tag teams, including the current WWE Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. What a matchup we have here for you tonight. If you love tag team wrestling, buckle into the front row of sports entertainment. It doesn't get much better than this in the row.
Matt, you could certainly say that the Heavenly Bodies present perhaps the first serious challenge to the Lockharts after Andrew and Eric have proudly defended the Reality of Wrestling tag team titles all over the state of Texas. But these two gentlemen, Dustin and Justin, coming down here to prove that their style of Northeast Wrestling is tougher, more rugged, more intense.
And we're going to get it started with Dustin and Eric Lockhart here tonight. And it's my great pleasure to bring the fans of the Row Nation another Know Your Lockhart. Tonight, Know Your Lockhart turns the tables and goes from a last to a first. Before tonight, the last match Rich Brennan called in Reality of Wrestling was the night Eric and Andrew won the Tag Team Championship. On the flip side, tonight is the first time the Lockharts have faced another brother tag team since wrestling their own brothers while growing up.
I got a little love there from Andrew and Eric. As a matter of fact, it was. I remember February the 15th was my last show before going to NXT. And, you know, I've seen Andrew and Eric work so hard at WXL.
Oh, nice roll-up right there, cover!
I've seen these guys battle. I've seen all the pain and some of the suffering that they've gone through in their quest to become Reality of Wrestling champions. And I got to be honest with you, I was excited to be able to call that match on my very last event here at Reality of Wrestling before moving on to NXT and WWE. It was a very special moment for me.
Well, most certainly a welcome back to you, and it's an honor to have you here tonight, Rich. And I will tell you something, it's an honor to sit ringside and watch such an incredible matchup between two great tag teams. You know, Andrew and Eric, the brothers Lockhart, have defended those tag team titles all over the state of Texas. Tonight they face someone that has driven across the Mason-Dixon line. They have come down here, and as you stated, they'd like to go home with some heavier luggage.
Former Pro Wrestling Syndicate Tag Team Champions, and here without gold. After holding those titles for 259 days, finally lost the championships. And again, they said with this partnership with Northeast Wrestling and Booker T, with his association with Pro Wrestling Syndicate, they're here to, I don't want to call it an invasion, but again, they're here to prove that in their mind, Northeast Wrestling and Northeast Tag Team Wrestling is stronger than what we have here in Texas.
Well, right now they have a lot to prove. That double drop kick right there, and the Lockharts have caught fire, and they've brought this crowd to its feet here at the Humble Civic Center.
Matt, you mentioned it a little bit earlier, some of the great tag teams in the history of pro wrestling, and some of the great tag teams that established themselves here in the state of Texas. And of course, you can't talk about tag teams and you can't talk about Texas wrestling without mentioning the Von Erichs.
Absolutely, as well as the Rockers or the Midnight Express, all teams that the brothers Lockhart remind me and many of the fans of the Row of.
A lot of observers have said that the Lockharts remind them of a very young Shawn Michaels, who again from San Antonio, got his start there and obviously went on to a WWE Hall of Fame career.
Great tag team wrestling right now from the tag team champions, the brothers Lockhart. Look at this. Cover here. 1, 2, and a kick out. And another Know Your Lockhart. Eric tonight wearing the gold headband, Rich.
Oh, good, thanks for clarifying that.
You know, it's hard for some people to tell them apart.
Well, they look like twins. They are not twins.
There's a tag. Going for the cover. But Eric Lockhart did not see the tag, and here comes Dustin.
Eric is the older Lockhart, in case you're wondering, while Justin is older than his brother Dustin.
Oh, and great tag team wrestling from the Heavenly Bodies into a cover. 2. It's going to take more than that to keep the brothers Lockhart down. But the first significant push here tonight from the Heavenly Bodies. And you know, we refer to them as the new Heavenly Bodies, but they stated to me earlier tonight they are the only Heavenly Bodies because of the torch being passed to them by Dr. Tom Pritchard, their mentor. And for 9 years they have been in the sport of professional wrestling, and they're ready tonight to prove that they deserve the Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Championship.
Oh, look at that. Got to make a tag here. Got to make a tag.
Leapfrog over the top. Wrong corner. Gets to the right corner. And here comes Andrew Lockhart. Head of steam. Andrew going to work. On the biggest stage of their career in front of a live pay-per-view audience around the world and a sold-out crowd here in Houston, Texas. A watershed night for the Lockhart's career, perhaps. We'll see what the Heavenly Bodies have to say about that.
It is not going to be an easy road for the Lockharts. We've already seen that. Hold on, what is this?
Oh, look at that. What a desperation maneuver from the outside. Justin pulled the leg out from under Andrew Lockhart. And Eric is beside himself.
You do what you gotta do, and his brother Dustin inside the ring was distracting the official. He grabbed the official's shirt while the dirty work was going on behind the official's back. Can't blame the referee there. I mean, take nothing away from it. That is good tag team wrestling. You take advantage of every opportunity.
And a 2 count. Right you are, Rich. You don't hold tag team championships for 259 straight days. Cover, 1, 2.
New champions
without having some strategy.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to be dirty, you do it.
And now Gigolo Justin asserting himself in the ring. And this seesaw battle now has gone to the side of the Heavenly Bodies.
We talked about it, you touched on it briefly there, the Heavenly Bodies in WCW, ECW, WWE. Tag team of Dr. Tom Pritchard, Stan Lane, Bobby Eaton, Jim Cornette.
Oh, went for an arm drag there, but a nice power move from Justin.
And some of those names I just rattled off right there, the who's who of tag team wrestling.
Nice maneuver there, cover, 1, 2. Drop that leg across the throat of Andrew Lockhart, and now, Rich, you can see how worn down he's becoming. He needs to make a tag.
Eric is reaching out that arm. And look at him using the tag rope, going around the corner, around the ring post, is doing whatever he can now, trying to get the crowd fired up to get his brother back into this matchup.
Irish whip, ducks underneath. Look at the maneuver here. Wow. Dustin drops that lower back into the knee.
This is desperation time now for the Lockharts.
Cover, 1, 2. Almost new tag team champions right there. The Heavenly Bodies are showing the Reality of Wrestling Nation what they are made of here tonight.
Trying to talk to these guys before the event tonight. Again, talking about wanting to have to check their luggage, to have those heavier bags with the championships with them, but again, almost talking with a bit of disdain, talking about Texas wrestling. I gotta tell you what, I was offended by that. Matt, I know you were as well.
And
but look at this.
Dustin now. Well, it's one thing to insult the legacy of Texas wrestling, another to insult the legacy of Texas tag team wrestling. But if they leave here tonight with these titles, it will be like rubbing salt in the wound.
Well, right now, both competitors need to make a tag.
And Andrew is in the wrong corner.
I don't think he knows where he is.
Andrew Lockhart has taken a beating. He needs this tag. Oh, what a power shot right there from Justin.
Eric Lockhart went flying, and I think he may have gone face first into the steel barricade at the side of the ring.
And Eric Lockhart is down, and he looks like he is hurt. And right now, Andrew is in no man's land. Double team going on in the ring.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Andrew double DDT! Whatever he had left, he just used it on that maneuver.
His brother's still down outside the ring. The referee starting the count. The championships are on the line here tonight. The Lockharts defending their Reality of Wrestling championships. And look at Eric. Eric Lockhart finally back to the side of the ring, desperate to make a tag. Andrew's trying to find his brother.
Eric and Andrew say, we're not going to go out like this. We're the tag team champions for a reason. Here he comes. Drop kick. kick over the top. Eric Lockhart like a house on fire here. Double knees in the corner to the other side. Oh my. Whoa! What a move there from Eric Lockhart. And that swinging suplex, a signature the Lockhart's covered too. Almost successfully defended the titles, but a kick out at the last moment.
What intensity, what a match this is. This is tag team wrestling at its finest here tonight.
Expect nothing less from the flagship of Texas wrestling and the front row of sports entertainment. The reality of wrestling and Summer of Champions.
Look out, little distraction there. Oh
rolls
no!
him up. Cover, two, almost stolen one right there. Justin missed his mark. It is breaking down in there, connected with that
new champions,
kick.
New champions.
It's absolute chaos in there right now. Justin going for a high-risk maneuver from the top. Look at this. They're perched up top. They're face to face. Can you believe this?
I've never seen anything like this.
Oh, and look at that. A Hurricane Rana head scissors over the top rope. Justin
Eric
is in a
Lockhart.
bad way right now. Eric from the top. Look at that huge body splash. Go for the cover. Go for the cover. Here's the cover. 1, 2, broken up. And now Andrew tossed to the outside. Eric Lockhart battling back. One of the finest tag team matches in the history of the row. Oh my God! They call that the pearly gates. They won the Pro Wrestling Syndicate tag team title.
New champions.
Cover. New champions. No, he kicked out. Unbelievable. They have put everything on the line in this one. They're leaving it all out there, Rich. Oh! Missed with the super kick. Justin hit his brother.
Eric Lockhart, look out!
Looking for the roll up here. Cover. 1, 2, no. Reversal. 2, no. The Lockharts go for that double hip toss. They hold him up and they drive him down. Cover. 1, 2, 3, both on top. They get the cover.
Here are your winners, and still the reality of wrestling tag team champions, Eric and Andrew, the brothers Lockhart.
Absolutely incredible tag team title match. What a defense for the brothers Lockhart, but I feel this is not the last we will see of the heavenly bodies. Unbelievable.
What a match, and look at the fans here tonight in Houston on their feet. Putting their hands together not only for the Lockharts, but for that amazing match. Take nothing away from the heavenly bodies. That was some impressive tag team wrestling. The Lockharts just that much better tonight.